It is still Thursday, November 3rd. It is now 11:33. I'm just wrapping up at this property and heading back. And this is going to be a brief recording, and it is basically a reminder, refresher of how your perception and perspective can cause a problem for you if you are not paying attention. Awareness, being aware of your surroundings, your circumstances, the situation you are involved in, paying attention to the details. And even when you're paying attention, you still might have it wrong. So this is an advisory to not do anything too drastic until you are 100% sure of your situation. Now, to add some background and context to that statement, this property I am now leaving, I had difficulty getting into. I was starting to lose my temper. I was getting wet. My car was getting wet inside. I was getting agitated. I was pissed off because somebody gave me the wrong information. And I was just about to call the office and unload a little bit when somebody else came along and accessed the gate for me, which I was able to flip around at the gated entrance of this community and come in right behind them. Fantastic. Turned in, suspected that the property was to the right, turned right, went down. We have another property on this street. I was just here 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago most. Got down to the end of the street, didn't see the house number. Alright, I picked the wrong way. So I turned around, went back down the other way. Got all the way to the end of the street, no more street, in the cul-de-sac. And that house number was nowhere on that street. Again, agitated. Picked up the paperwork and looked at it. House number that I'm looking for is the house number that's on the paperwork. Somebody gave me the wrong information. Just about, again, to call the office and unload on somebody and tell somebody to get me the right information. And I brought up my phone and hit maps. Like, all right, I'm going to have the maps show me exactly where this property is. And then I started to suspect, well, maybe there's two streets in San Antonio that have similar names, and even though we suspected that this new property was on the same street that we had, maybe it's a different one of a very similar name. And brought it up, and it's showing right on the street that I thought it was on, right in the location I thought it was at. What the fuck is going on? What I don't see is the blue dot that indicates me on the GPS. See the address lit up, it's right on the street that I know it's on. My blue dot's not anywhere. So I hit the button, which is supposed to lock the screen in onto where the blue dot's at. Blue dot's not in that neighborhood. So when I pulled in, even though I looked directly at the street sign looking for Calico Landing and saw Calico Landing and pulled in and saw the gate box and punched in the code and punched in the code and punched in the code and punched in the code, I saw the same, nothing rang out. I was in the subdivision one street for the one I needed. I was losing my temper. I wasted 20-25 minutes between the time it took me to get through the gate, get into the neighborhood, take 2 turns up and down the street, and map it out. 20-25 minutes I spent just stewing because somebody gave me the wrong information and I turned in on the wrong street. And I still couldn't understand how I looked at the street sign as I pulled in and I read Calico Chase or Calico Landing. Calico Chase is the street I was on looking for. The house street, the entrance street was Calico Landing. So feeling slightly embarrassed and glad that nobody saw or knew what I had just done, came out, and again I had to look at that street sign. I'm like, well, I know I looked at it and it said Calico Landing. Like the signs, someone switched the signs, and this is where your mind is going because you're trying to find any other excuse other than the one where you fucked up. And sure enough, it says Canary Way or whatever. But in my mind, when I pulled up, I saw Calico Chase or Calico Landing again. So I go down to the next street, and as I'm coming up on it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember all this now. I remember I almost turned in this one the last time I came and realized it wasn't the right one and it was one more farther. And then I remember there was a sign out on the street before you even get to the street I'm looking for, Calico Landing, that says Calico Landing ahead, coming up. And I was looking for that sign, but I did not see that sign. So in my mind, when I first got there, I was like, all right, well, either I'm remembering wrong, there was no sign, and I just have a memory of that's not real, or the sign's missing. Somebody took the sign. These, again, are very unrealistic conclusions that I was jumping to explain the situation of why what I was looking for was not in the space I was looking for. So I get in, and I am absolutely certain that when I looked at it on the map, it was to the right where I thought it was. And again, I get in and get to the end of the street, and it was not. So again, I bring up the map and look at it, and sure enough, it's the opposite direction. So I had several misinterpretations of the situation that I was in this morning, and an absolute certainty that I was right, and in fact, I was wrong the whole time. And I could have really made a fool of myself if I would have called into the office and blew up because I was giving the wrong information. So keep that in mind the next time you start to lose your temper and you are absolutely sure that you were right and somebody has wronged you.